So photosynthesis seems like alchemy. Plants take light and they take air and they turn that into the sugars that drive all of life on Earth. But there's a flaw at the heart of photosynthesis. Rubisco is the protein that's responsible for taking CO2 out of the air and turning that into sugar. But Rubisco can't tell the difference, well, it has a hard time telling the difference between oxygen and carbon dioxide. And when Rubisco reacts with oxygen instead of carbon dioxide, the plant has to expend energy in order to reverse that reaction. Some plants have gotten around the limitations of Rubisco by putting all of their Rubisco into a special compartment. And then they concentrate CO2 into that compartment. And this reduces the likelihood that Rubisco will react with oxygen and instead with CO2. And this greatly enhances photosynthesis. Models estimate that by putting this sort of structure into a crop plant, you can increase yield by up to 40%. And hornworts, which is the organism that I study, they're the only land plant to have this kind of Rubisco compartment. And they're kind of humble little plants, and I think greatly overlooked. And so the goal of my PhD was to study how they make these structures and how they can enhance their photosynthesis. And to start, we drew from algae because this structure in hornworts is a lot like a structure found in algae. And in algae, they have a special kind of linker protein that it acts like a magnet for Rubisco, and it pulls all the Rubisco together into one place. And so I went looking for a linker like this in hornworts, and I couldn't find anything, which was at first frustrating. But then I took a closer look at the hornworts Rubisco itself, and I found that it has like additional sequence at the end of the protein, and it sort of looks like it hangs out of the protein like an arm, reaching out. And when you cut that arm off, and when I cut that arm off and fused it with a protein that lights up under a microscope, you can see that just that arm part is enough to light up the structures in hornworts. And so this made us think that this structure, this extra arm, is maybe what's responsible for forming these structures in hornworts. So when we took just this hornwort Rubisco and then expressed it, we put it into a plant which doesn't have this structure at all, it also formed these structures. So we think what's happening is that the hornworts Rubisco are kind of reaching out, and they're grabbing their neighbor's hand, and they're holding hands. And so we're excited about that.
Great presentation. Is the hope that these lessons could be learned and applied to maybe crops or other applications to try to improve the yield?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, estimates are up to 40% increased yield if we can integrate these structures into a crop plant. So the upside is quite large, I think. Yeah. Yeah.
The CO2 in the air keeps going up. What kind of effect would that have? Wouldn't that help increase productivity in plants?
Yeah, I think it will. Yes. I think these structures concentrate CO2 so much around Rubisco, like I think 50 times atmospheric. So the CO2 in the atmosphere would have to get quite high for this structure to not be as advantageous.
Is there a reason why hornworts are the only one?
Yeah, that's the golden question. No, maybe I don't. Well, certainly there is a reason, but I don't think we know that reason yet. Yeah.